Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen the videos. I wanted to have a look as well through DKOldies. Yes, we all know a lot of people are dogpiling on them, and rightfully so. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, I've never ordered anything from their website because I flat out refuse, because I'm not paying an arm and a leg for a console. But it's just like, I've seen all the videos and everything, and it is just absolutely sickening of the shit that they're doing. It's like, I even went on their Twitter account, and they sent out at one point a tweet asking, like, do you own a Nintendo 64? And I replied to them saying, like, yeah, but not from y'all, because mine actually works. And of course I got blocked from them for that, because they know people are dogging on them because they're not really refurbishing their consoles like they say. If they were refurbishing them, we would not be seeing consoles that are getting shown in videos that are covered in dirt and dust and everything else under the sun. Refurbishing means you're actually taking the effort to go in and clean these consoles. But yet, this is clearly not the case. But now, I just saw something here on the website a moment ago, and I'll check out the rest of the website in just a moment, but down here when you go on their website, it has a link to Google customer reviews, and for some reason this industry has a 4.8 star rating out of 5. Either people are not given the reviews from their bad, experiences. 2, they could be having a lot of people spamming, like, a bunch of positive reviews from fake accounts to try to booster up their reviews and everything. Or 3, maybe they could be getting rid of bad reviews, because you look at the percentages here, which is very odd. 5 stars rated 90% of the time. 5% of them say 4 stars. 2% for 3, 1% for 2 stars, and 2% for 1% star ratings. Now you look at some of these, and it says the most helpful reviews, the most recent 5 of them within the last few months, have all said 5 stars for some reason. And 4 of the 5 just say, a reviewer. I mean, at least they'll say exactly how the reviews are placed on, like Yotpo and Google customer reviews. But then you're seeing some of these, it's just like, really? How are you guys getting positive experiences, yet you see the majority of people, if not just about everybody, having these terrible experiences with their orders? I mean, saying, let's see, good place to get all your game needs? I'm sure it is. Everything was in excellent condition. Austin Evans says otherwise, and same thing with Review Tech USA. Great price, better services, great prices? I mean, like, for video games and everything, especially on a service that's constantly going out there to make profit, I have to question that. You see, even down here, arrive quickly, was packaged with care, and items are near flawless in condition. Yeah, right. I mean, the only thing I'll give to this person is, hey, at least they have a name rather than just a reviewer, but I highly doubt this. I honestly highly doubt this. Now, let's look at their website. DKOldies Retro Game Store, the Nintendo 64, and you got deals and everything. Buy used video games, original game systems, and old-school gaming accessories, the largest family-run retro video game online store. Shop all our vintage 100% authentic products. No, it's not all authentic products, because you guys also sell third-party stuff, as we've seen before. Like, you guys sold somebody, I think it was that, what's his name? Tronics Fix, that's what it was. I had to look at my other screen because one of his videos is being recommended on the side. You guys sold him an NES bundle, and instead of an original NES Zapper, you just sold him a third-party one. And then you say, free 1-year warranty. In reality, they just put the sticker on the console because they don't want you to open it to realize that there was no refurbishing actually done. Because refurbishing means you're actually going into the console and making sure it is actually worked on and in good condition. But we see that these consoles are not even touched. I mean, if you're going to sell somebody like an Xbox One, or no, an original Xbox, and you open it up, you got a family of 4 cockroaches living in there, having a dining room table, like, sitting around, they're having pizza together, that's not refurbished. That's garbage. Now, you look at some of these prices, some of these seem alright. I mean, $100, about $110 for a Wii player pack, I can kind of get on board with that. I mean, I kind of like the Wii, but you also got a lot of shovelware on that console. In fact, let me see what this player pack has, and I'll also check these other ones as well to see what they've got. See, the Wii system refurbished. I highly doubt that. Alright, I've got 3 Wiis here in my house. One that's modded, one that's backwards compatible with the GameCube, and one that isn't, even though the one that's backwards compatible with the GameCube isn't reading discs, so I'll have to do that myself. But to say refurbished, I honestly doubt it, because you guys keep saying refurbished all the time, and people are proving that to be incorrect. You guys refurbished like one console on video, and that was it to try to do damage control. And of course, you get an option. You can either have it be with regular component cables, either that or composite. I think, did the Wii use component back in the day? It was one of the two. Or you can have an adapter, AV to HDMI pack, for an extra 25 bucks. I mean, I've got my own adapter that works just perfectly fine for HDMI with HD quality. And let's see what it includes. The system with AV cables and a power brick. Oh, the dreaded power brick. The sensor bar, a tray holder, when available. White compatible Wii remotes with white compatible nunchuck. Yeah, I'm sure they won't be third party. And GameCube compatible. Well, I mean, it has to be this model of it in order, like, for it to stand vertically in order to be backwards compatible with the GameCube. Because if you have it where it can be laid on the side instead, that's not going to be compatible. So I wonder how many people are actually getting this model of the Wii to begin with. Because otherwise, if they're getting that and it's not backwards compatible, then scam. Then you guys are seeing here, pre-owned systems may contain minor condition flaws that have no effect on gameplay. Minor flaws may include light scratching or missing GameCube/memory card port doors. Well, first of all, if you have like scratches or some kind of buffs, that can be expected. You can't really get those out. But pre-owned systems may contain minor condition flaws. But the ones you guys are selling, you're completely just wrong saying minor. You got major problems with the stuff we're seeing on videos. Let's see what they got for the Nintendo 64 player pack. Because, I mean, you get substitute 2 original controllers for 60 bucks. So you'd have to pay about 240 bucks for all that combined because you're saving 20 bucks. And then for another HDMI upgrade, like conversion there, another 25 bucks. I mean, it's just one of those little converter boxes. I mean, I got one myself over here for my TV for any retro consoles and everything like that, but it's just like, it's whatever. Let's see what they got here. Package includes 2-player pack. You got the original control deck, so the system, a jumper pack, so I guess that means they get rid of the original pack in the front or whatever it was, power cord, TV hookup, 2 brand new replica controllers, so third party. Because, I mean, you even look here at the images, like, even though it won't... Wait, they got 2 versions, like, of the image here. The first image, you get completely blurred out of the Nintendo logos right here on the controllers and everything. And then you click here, you can see them. In fact, let me try to zoom in a little bit here. Because I'm using... Yep, there we go, yep. You can see right there on the side. Blurred out. Or, oh, it's official, you got the logo here. Like, oh my god. Just like, if you're gonna have one saying that you're gonna have replica controllers and everything like that, then why bother having images of the original right there? Holy crap. Let's see, now you got the slim PS2, even though at first glance it can look like a PS4. In fact, they've also got this, they're doing the same thing with this controller. Like, the first image, you don't see the Sony logo, but if you look closely, again, you click on the second picture, the Sony logo appears for the DualShock 2. Why? I mean, it's a slim model. I like that. It's more functional right now than my fat one. You can substitute an original black controller. What? Why? This one. 1-player pack. A slim console, 1 compatible controller. Style may vary. TV hookup and power cable. But again, why bother having this image if you guys are going to have like a replica controller or anything? You don't need the image of an original DualShock 2 controller there. Like, especially if you're just going to give them a replica. The NES... Oh, boy, yeah, the NES. Yep, it's the same thing with this one, because then, original photo, you got the original NES controller. You click on the second photo, And right here it says Nintendo on the side of the controller. They just photoshopped this stuff out for whatever reason. Now, you got this part. Package description includes an original NES, 2 third-party controllers. So again, why do you need images with the original controllers without photoshopping out the logo on the controllers for? You say refurbished, I highly doubt that, even for about 95 bucks. TV hookup power cord. Then you say, please note the Zapper gun will only work on CRT Cube TVs. Like, people know this by now. These zappers were not designed to work on HD televisions because HD televisions weren't a thing when this technology was being done. So it's like there's no point in having these, like I said, there's no point in having these images where you have original controllers if you're saying right here that you're going to have third-party controllers. And again, you're not even taking pictures of the original or these third-party controllers, you're just photoshopping out the logos here. You couldn't just make another image? Like take another picture here? Said, oh no, we gotta easily Photoshop out these logos. Like, golly. Let me see. There are other retro deals that they got here. Because this stuff is just mind-boggling. I mean, Sonic Adventure for 60 bucks, you could probably get less than that on eBay or anything. I mean, 50 bucks for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I can give a pass to that. But 220 bucks for Marvel vs. Capcom 2? How demanding this game is it? Like 9 bucks for Wii Play, oh god. But then you look at this one. The N64 player pack with a clearly... This almost looks like one of the IQ player controllers. Like, you look at that controller, it looks like shit. Like, you have a D-pad with... Like, the D-pad that you had on there with the N64 did not have, like, diagonal, like, around diagonal function there. Like, if you want to go, like, diagonal and everything, you just rely on the circular fucking joystick there. You got this whole thing. Again, Nintendo 64 controller deck, jumper pack, power cord, TV hookup, one third-party controller. The third-party controller looks like crap. I can't even tell what that logo is. Jesus. I mean, somebody could probably clarify in the comments section there. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to look at this, the GameCube and the Super Nintendo. Now, it feels completely redundant here. Two conflicting descriptions here. The title alone says acceptable. That's something you see more in an eBay listing. But then down here you say refurbished. Does that mean this console you could barely do any work on, yet you can still charge 140 bucks for? Like, the GameCube wasn't exactly an in-demand console. I mean, I personally love it. I have a lot of memories with the GameCube since my childhood, and I play it here in my house from time to time. I've even got a modded one that works with like European, whatever it is, PAL or NTSC versions of the games if you load them on the big burnable discs on there. And it's just like, it's not a $140 console in 2023. I mean, like I said, I feel it's an underrated console, but 140 bucks for something that's listed as acceptable condition, and then below then you have the audacity to say refurbished. If it's acceptable condition, how much refurbishing was actually put into the console to justify a $140 price tag? And then even on this console, you would have the word Nintendo etched right here on the controller. An underrated controller, by the way, for those who don't show it appreciation. But yeah, you don't have it there. And then again here, I mean, at least they're not doing the same thing where it's just like two images on this one. But they're saying purple console, third-party controller, AC adapter, AV cords. I mean, they've all been tested, guaranteed to work, and backed by 1-year warranty. Look at what happened with Review Tech USA when you bought your guys' Xbox. It was having issues running games. I mean, did you guys just put a game in the console and just say, oh, it loads up, good enough? I mean, you guys are saying the console and its accessories in the description are fully cleaned and refurbished. I highly doubt that. I mean, I'm going to look at some of the other consoles that I've seen other people do videos on, and you have the same thing here with the Super Nintendo. I mean, at least you have the logo blurred out there and everything. But it's just like acceptable, refurbished. Again. Like, holy crap. And in fact, let me recheck the Wii a second, see if they did stuff there. And in fact, let me see. I mean, they got stuff best selling. I'll check the high to low price points in just a moment. The Wii. Yep, even with the Wii here. Oh my gosh. They even did it in the reflection of the Photoshop job. I mean, I gotta give them points for that, but Wii here on the bottom of the remote. Gone, and even gone in the reflection. Even though down here it looks like they made a light and then it was just like a reflective job here in the Photoshop. What? Let's see, you have the NES. Again, same thing with the controllers. But they're saying original NES Mario 2 player pack. So, the version with Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers. But again, you're saying something about the Zapper Gun even though there's no Zapper Gun in here. Like, what the fuck? Now, let's see how the consoles are. I mean, you even got console... Wait. A TurboGrafx 16 for $290? Criminy! You even got the reviews here. People giving 5 stars? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Anyway, let's look at the price points here. I mean, Earthbound for $380. I mean, at least it's down from $650. I mean, I can't really say I'm surprised, even though if people want to save money, just get yourself a Super Nintendo Classic. You can play it on there for a far lower price. Mega Man X3, was that game even in that much in demand to have an original price point of $566? Like, again, can't you just get that on the collection for the Mega Man X games for current gen, for the most recent consoles? Again, you can save yourself money. Let's see. Oh, boy. A Wii U 32GB Black System player pack for $200 instead of $350. Oh, boy. I mean, I can't really say much of anything involving the Wii U because I have one, but I've never played it. And at least you're not doing some kind of stupid Photoshop job, so I can give them points for that. But now this is weird. Condition, refurbished, and then you have the option whether you want to be in good condition or cosmetically flawed. So, I mean, you should have it say either acceptable / refurbished, because refurbished wouldn't be good condition, or like cosmetically flawed. I mean, cosmetically flawed, I would expect some scratches, like minor things, but it's just like, how if you refurbish something, it would probably be better than good condition. You'd probably say pretty good condition, because you're actually putting work to make sure it's really good. The stuff that you got on here, 32GB of internal memory for storage. I could probably add more with an SD card if possible. Console, gamepad, adapter, gamepad adapter, what the fuck ever. It's just like, it feels weird. You see one thing saying refurbished, and then you have the option to choose which condition it is. Like, again, how much refurbishing is actually going on in here? Let's see. SNES player pack, what the hold on, you got these prices. You would think they'd probably try to rearrange some of these prices, because I got it from most expensive price to least expensive, but then you got the fixed prices that are changing because things are on sale where it's out of order. But then you even look at this stupid Photoshop job. You take this player pack for one controller, you copy and paste this controller here, and then just put it here in front of the other controller, when you can tell that these cables are clearly not properly connected here for the Super Nintendo. Just take another photo where you got the other controller connected to the second port. Pieces of crap. And then, I would get on the case of Pokemon White 2 being pricey, but it's just like, it's a pretty damn good game. Same thing with the Pokemon games that you got here. Even with the eShop going down coming up in, let's see, what is today? 19th, coming up in around a week. Let's see, other ones. Game Boy Advance SP, I don't know what their price point is there, but it's going to be good prices, especially from what I've seen, because I'm thinking about replacing mine, because the backlight of mine that I've had since I was 13, or around that point, has been busted. And I'm not going to fix it, because I'm not a pro at soldering or anything like that. Let's see. Look through at least a bit more. And you even look at this one. SNES console only, acceptable condition. Let me guess, it's going to say refurbished, isn't it? Yep. Even though it's clearly not really refurbished because you see yellowing right around where the reset button is on here. Like, there's a guy, I can't remember what his name is. I think it's Odd Tinkering or something like that. He's the guy that does like a bunch of ASMR-esque type of like console repairs. And he does a far better job at fixing these consoles than you guys do. He legitimately goes above and beyond, and he shows the process of how he's doing these things, like taking the yellowing off of something like a Super Nintendo and getting rid of it. He actually goes through the processes and proves on video that he's doing the work. But it's like you got miscolored yellowing. It looks like somebody pissed on part of it. It's like, oh yeah, screw the reset, piss. Like, my SNES is in better condition than that, and it's just constantly put away in storage, even though I've seen my Uncle TJ's SNES that he's had since he was a kid, and it's all yellow, but that's expected, because eventually you're going to see that happen due to the material on this stuff. But to say it's refurbished and then say acceptable when you got yellowing right here in the picture? My God. Let's see, anything else? Fishy. I mean, $135 for the original NES, just the console alone, that's a bit too much. I mean, even, like, for what's now listed as $5 more, because otherwise, with a controller, you gotta bump it up from $135 to $185. Because, yeah, $50 on a controller is gonna make a big difference for a retro console. But now it's just, like, $5 difference. But it's just like, golly. And I mean, Atari 2600 Junior, I never knew that was a thing. Anything else that stands out? I mean, I might want to get another Game Boy Color, even though I've got my original Game Boy Color over here, but I mean, like a second one if I want to do certain games. Black Player Pack. Did you guys do a Photoshop job on the controller on this one, or is it too impossible to tell? Yep, you guys did, and again, on the controller. Bloody hell. And again, the same thing refurbished. Two different, like, listings here on the condition. But now, wait a second. I just realized something here. On the listing here, when you go through this, it says it's marked down from about $170 to $90. But then you click on the listing, it goes from $170 to $120. And then you click... Oh, that explains it, because you click on it, it's originally going to be what it prices for cosmetically flawed. But then good condition, we're going to charge you an extra $30. Again, you guys just take this stuff and spin it around to make as much of a profit as possible. If there was any effort putting into these consoles, I'm failing to see that because you got so many people proving that this is an issue. That is just complete, absolute lie. I mean, you got the Sega Genesis, third-party controller, like for 6 buttons and everything like that, I think. Yeah, I think so, because otherwise it would have the Sega logo. Plus, I got both of these consoles myself. Give me 10% off. No. Give me 10% off of a console that does not work. I also got the Mini. Then you got this version. Let me see how this looks. You got Wii System Black Player Pack, no GameCube. If this is the one that is not backwards compatible with the GameCube, you don't use the same image of one that is backwards compatible with the GameCube. Because again, I have 3 different Wiis. Like I said, one is modded, that is backwards compatible as well with the GameCube. One that is not modded with GameCube, and one that isn't backwards compatible. The one that is not backwards compatible will not be able to be here on the stand because it'll be horizontal, and there won't be that tray there in order to do that. In fact, let me look it up. Or, sorry, not GameCube. Nintendo Wii, because I know people are going to have these images. Because, yeah, you see these ones that are standing vertical, these are backwards compatible with the GameCube. Right here. I mean, well, let me look at an image outside of Walmart. Right here. Here we go. This is the one. These ones are not backwards compatible with the GameCube. Because, again, you'll see that the Wii is different with the logo here, like with the font and everything you see here, and, of course, a third-party controller. But the one that is not backwards compatible with the GameCube will have the Wii logo that'll be standing properly when it's laid down flatly, like horizontally rather than vertically. So the ones that are like this, or, oh, let me bring it. Oh, and they got this version here on the, right here on DKOldies. Are you kidding me? Wii System Console, only blue, no GameCube. So this is the correct version of the correctly labeled image and everything. One that is not backwards compatible with the GameCube. This is the way the model looks. But yeah, you have the other one in black that says, no GameCube, yet you just recycled the image from one that is backwards compatible with the GameCube. Again, this is backwards compatible GameCube. That it's not. You can't just recycle an image and expect it to work. Let's see, is there anything else I want that's going to stand out? Wii System, like console only, this is the one that is backwards compatible, so at least that's correct. Anything else? Just going to go through the first 10 pages to spare time. WWF No Mercy for $62. Holy crap. Unless it's still in the box, I have a hard time believing that's going to be an acceptable price point. Used for $62. Yeah, I'm a little questionable. I mean, if it's used and everything, you're better off just using an image of it not being in the box, rather than just showing the box art right there. So, yeah, this... My god, this company is just absolutely ridiculous. In fact, let me look at... To close this off, let me... Whoop. Hang on. I want to look at the 9 listings of the topmost priced things. Like, some of these are just a little weird. Like I said, Earthbound, if you want to save money, just get an SNES Classic. The game's already preloaded in there. Perfectly fine. Wild Guns, I have no idea what this game is. I mean, it's got to be really in demand or anything if its original price is $700. Valkyrie Profile, never heard of that. Again, Mega Man X3. Just get the Mega Man X game collections that you can get on consoles like the Switch or Xbox or something like that. You'll save a ton of money. Yeah, it's not the same as having the physical cartridge, but if you want to play the game and save money, this is going to be your best bet. Sega Ages. Never heard of this one, but it's out of stock. Play Blackjack on NES. Again, you could just mod your NES and put it on there. Fire Emblem game. Were these games ever even a big selling point or even have a cult following for the GameCube back in the day? Gigawing. Again, it's hard to believe anything can really be high price and demand for Dreamcast, especially when you can just pirate everything on there, because it had... I believe it had issues with trying to detect like real games or anything like that for the way it is. You still got people making games for it to this day. And then Chrono Trigger, I mean, I guess you could kind of accept that. I mean, I don't know if that's on the SNES Classic, but I've heard great things about this one, so yeah, even though $375 is pretty steep. So anyway, if I were you guys, please don't spend your money on DKOldies. I mean, it's like, yeah, you could get a bunch of views for it on YouTube and everything because you spend money on something you're getting ripped off for, but unless it's going to be a viral video that you're making money on that you're going to get a return on that isn't going to get demonetized, you're just flushing money down the toilet giving money to these people. Because again, there's no guarantee these games are going to work. I think, yeah, Tronix Fix had some kind of issue going on with his NES and even the Super Mario Bros. 3 game that he bought alongside of that because of a player pack, but it's just like, please don't spend your money on like these consoles here for DKOldies. You're better off buying something from eBay, and that's saying something because you hear people always getting ripped off on eBay because you got some scam artists there. But you know there's a problem when people on eBay sell you stuff in better condition than what you could get with DKOldies. Like, and that's the thing, because like with this company, it's a company. It's got their own website. They're a business. Like, they should have a reputation to want to make people keep investing money with them. Like, come back for more. So they should be going, as a business, they should be going above and beyond to make sure customer satisfaction is there. But the problem is, again, you have things that are in worse condition than what you get from a random seller from the middle of the freaking planet that could be in better condition there than what you get from here. I mean, like, I've had better, like, experiences with GameStop of all things, and I know people have mixed opinions there. For me, I haven't had any bad experiences outside of, like, one video game, and that's it. And that company is easily known for ripping people off. But it's just like, if I get it, companies want to make money, but you can't do it by scamming people, because eventually you're gonna burn these people so much that they're not gonna come back. So anyway, let me know you guys know in the comment section below. It's just baffling that this company's still around and people are giving their money to them. Please, folks, give your money to literally anybody else. You can do it on eBay from a random seller that could use the money that they're trying to pay they use their money to pay their bills with, that you find on eBay. Use it for some mom and pop shop that you find listing it, selling something used over on Amazon. That's going to be better. Better than investing in DKOldies. So thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, and good day, everybody.